Hey everybody, my name is James, and today I'll be taking you through a seated exercise. So all we'll need today is a chair, or I've got myself my couch, and the chair should be high enough where your feet will be comfortably planted on the ground here, and you'll be able to kind of turn around, twist in the chair. So preferably one without any railings on the sides, a little bit of water, and your willingness to jump on into it, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to work from the top down. We'll begin with a few warm-up exercises, just working our way through each joint and through each muscle group. Then we'll do some compound movements, which will include, some multifunctional movements throughout the body, multi-jointed, and some more than one muscle group at a time. So let's start with some neck rotations, all right? And we'll start going clockwise here. So the cue here will be to imagine making big circles with your nose, right? Big circles with the nose, nice deep stretch, full range of motion. So all the way down, chin to the chest, all the way around, all the way up, and to the side. So we're doing these about 30 seconds each, and other side now. So we're going counterclockwise, right? Same thing, same cues. Keep the body upright, sitting nice and tall in the chair, feet planted on the ground, and we're just getting that dynamic stretch on the neck here. Make sure you're maintaining the breathing, and remember, you could always take a break, grab some water if you need to. We don't want to push ourselves too much here, right? So next movement is we're going to be shoulder rolling. So we're going to move on down to the next joint, which is the shoulders here. And we'll start with rolling them forward, right? So keep these hands here on the knees and roll those shoulders forward, down, back, up, and repeat. We're squeezing those shoulder blades in the back here when they're coming on up. We're squeezing that trap here to bring those shoulders on up to the ear when it's in that up position, and then forward, we're squeezing that chest here, all right? So we're getting that stretch all around the shoulder cradle here. Very important movement here, and we'll go backwards. Let's go. Same cues here. Body upright, nice and strong, sitting down. Squeezing those shoulder blades, getting the stretch in the trap here when it's at the bottom. Squeezing the chest here, and then on up with the trap to shoulders to ears. All right, just a few more seconds. And now let those relax, all right? Next part, we're gonna get our wrists here, right? So a lot of people, they need a little bit more mobility in the wrists here, especially if you're doing push-ups, so you're going around picking things on up, pouring water. So we'll bring those hands on up, and you can either have them balled up in a fist or hands open wide, and we'll go clockwise here, right? Fist balled up is what that would look like. But move those wrists at a nice slow pace. We're just trying to get that full range of motion. We just want to pump a little blood into the system, Slow, deliberate movements. And other way, so we're going counterclockwise now, right? And remember, they don't need to be balled up like this. You can point with the fingers here. Maintain that breathing, body still upright, nice and slow. And just a few more seconds here. Good. So next we're going to be aiming at the core here. So what we'll be doing for that first movement, so we'll be reaching way on up with those hands, right? Fingers towards the sky, and we're going to reach on forward here as far as you can towards the ground. If this is all you're at, if this is where you're at, this is where you're at, then all of it's fine. As long as you're reaching on down, really feel the contraction here in the core as you reach on down. Trying to stabilize the whole body. We'll just do a few of these for 30 seconds. A good cue is to exhale as you come on down. Nice big inhale coming on up. One more time, let's go. All right, very good. Bring those arms on out to the sides, 90 degrees here. What we're gonna be doing is some torso rotations. So we'll be focusing on that rotational movement coming out of the core, right? So we're gonna keep the hips nice and level and rotate towards either side. This is gonna target the obliques here. And since we have our arms up, elbows on out, 90 degrees here, what we're doing is we're putting that shoulder into an external rotation, nice and healthy movement, right? To the shoulder. Nice, slow, deliberate movements. One more time to the other side, and good. All right, next, moving on down to the legs. So what we'll do here, you can reach on under if you need to. You can bring your hands out to the sides to give yourself some stability. But we're just gonna be doing some left leg raises, right? What we're looking for here is for some of the blood to get, some of the action to be happening here in the quad, right? Because that's exactly what is required of the body in order to be able to raise the leg up like this. Squeezing on up and slowly back down. So your pace, if you can't get it all the way up, that's okay. Just as far as you can over here. The point is that we're flexing the heck out of this quad here, right? So other side, same deal. The cue here for the breathing in as it comes on in, and exhaling on out in that concentric part of the movement, right? So eccentric in, and concentric out. We're flexing that quad coming on out, right? Using this as stability, you can bring your hands on under and squeeze on out, might help you on out there, all right? Good. Next part here, we'll be doing some ankle rotations. So we'll stick that left leg on out. It doesn't need to be up here by any means. We're just trying to bring it on up so that we have some range of motion here with the ankle. So we want to reach all the way out to the sides, all the way up as high as we can with those toes, and pointing straight down, flexing on down, and all the way around. So I'm doing counterclockwise and clockwise, right? Nice and slow, good job. Other side, so we'll go counterclockwise, maintain that breathing, get the blood pumping to the joint, and other side, let's go clockwise. And that was top to bottom for all the warm-up movements, right? You can bring yourself back to center now. Next we'll be jumping into the compound movements, right? So what we're going to be doing is movements that require more than one muscle group at a time to make happen. So what we're doing is bringing those arms out 90 degrees again. And for each side we turn, we're raising that leg, right? You might need to scoot up in the chair a little bit, move your positioning a little bit just to make it happen. But what we're doing is this movement right here. So this is going to require much more out of the core, right? And just bring that knee up as high as you can. As high as you can. By no means does it need to be touching your chest or flying on up towards your head. We're just squeezing, feeling the contraction on either side, right? Good job. Bring yourself back to center. Next piece here is going to be the side crunch. So extend your left leg on out. Reach on out with that right arm. Left hand to the torso here, feeling the abs, and crunch in, right? These are cross crunchers. So bring those elbows in towards the knee here. And what I'm doing here for added effect is I'm squeezing my fist into a ball, right? The more contraction we can get out of the body, the more the blood is pumping to where we want it to be. So we're squeezing on in. So exhale here when you're squeezing in, and inhale as you come on out, right? So other side, left foot on in, right leg on out, and same deal here. Squeezing on in. Feel that contraction. The exhale is actually going to make it a little bit more powerful in the contraction part of the stage here, right? The concentric part of the movement. Reaching on out and squeezing in. Good job. Bring yourself back to center. Take a breather. Drink some water if you need to. We're going to be doing a few more exercises. Yes, compound movements. Next piece here, we're going to bring the legs on out. Very wide stance. Bring those arms on out to your sides, outstretch, squeeze those shoulder blades, and raise those calves here. So I'm squeezing on up with those calves. Those toes are gripping onto the ground as much as I can have them. Keeping that body upright. My feet here at about 45-degree angle from the body. And one more. Good job. Next piece here, what we'll do is lean back into your chair, right? Use your hands as stability, and we're gonna bicycle on in, right? So the leg that's coming on down is touching the ground for support, and we're squeezing the knee on up towards the chest, right? Imagine you're on a bicycle. Maintain that breathing. The oxygen in the muscles is what's gonna keep you going, right? Get the blood pumping. Movement is longevity. Good job. Bring yourself back to center. All right. Next piece here, I really like to focus on the shoulders, right? Because that's a very, very important joint. We're going to be reaching on out and picking cherries off of the tree, right? Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Bring those arms out as outstretched as you can. It's okay. There's no weight, so there's no immediate danger or a chance of injury here with the movement, right? So keep those picking those cherries. Keep picking those cherries. Maintain the breath. Body is upright. Feet planted in the ground. Nice, strong positioning with these exercises, especially when it comes to the compound movements. And drop those cherries into the basket, right? So what we did there is we rotated with the forearm here. We want to make sure that the shoulders are still squeezing together, those blades, right? We're dropping those cherries now into the basket. Maintain that breathing. If you're feeling any type of pressure in the neck, extension of the neck, tuck the chin in here. Nice relaxed neck. What we're focusing here is squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good job. Bring it back to center. One more compound movement here before we jump into those cool down movements, right? Cool down for the body, lower the heart rate. So let's march in place. So bringing that knee on up. Again, it's going to cause some contraction there in the abs. Hip flexors are firing off here. Controlled swings with these arms. Good for the shoulders, good for the elbows, good for the biceps. This is a full body movement here, right? Maintain that breathing, and good job. So, we're going to cool down the same way that we warmed on up. We'll go through each part of the body and just really get the blood flowing through each movement here, right? So nice neck stretch to the side. So we'll lean that head over to the left side. Body is still upright, still in a strong position. Hands here on the knees. Or if you need a little bit of a deeper stretch here, you can bring your hand up to the corner of your head and lightly pull down, right? Not too much, you don't want to hurt yourself. If that's too much, you can reach on over to the other side, right? Opposite arm to the shoulder, and pull on down with that shoulder and feel it there. Slowly back to center, and we're going to repeat with the right side, right? So let that head lean over, just kind of hang over to the other side. If you need that additional stretch in the neck, we can pull down here or we can pull down here. Just maintain that breathing. Into the nose and out to the mouth, and slowly back to center, right? Good job. Next, we're going to be doing a little bit of a shoulder stretch. We did hit the shoulders quite a bit today. Instead of rolling for a kind of a dynamic stretch, we're going to be doing a static stretch here. We're going to bring that left hand across the body, bring this right hand right above the tricep area, and squeeze in towards the shoulder. Towards the chest, my apologies. Squeeze in towards the chest. Really maintain that breathing. Very good. And remember, you're only pulling as far as your body will let you, right? Back to center here. And we'll repeat with the other side. So right arm across the body. Bring that left hand by the tricep area and squeeze in towards the chest. Maintain that breath. Focus on that heart rate. Slowing on down. Very good. Getting the blood flowing back into those tense muscles. And slowly back to center. Next piece here, we're going to be working on this whole left side at the same time. So we'll bring that arm on out, we'll bring the leg on out, and we're going to rotate wrists and ankles, right? So we always want to make sure we have a proper amount of mobility, and other side now. So if you started with clockwise, go counterclockwise, but we want a healthy range of motion and mobility in the wrists, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles, all very important, right? Back to center, bring the right side on out, right arm, right leg, and rotate. So I started counterclockwise. If you're following along, really get that full range of motion, and other way. Good job. Now back to center. Next piece here, we're going to be reaching on down. This will be the last few bits here for the stretching. So leg is on up over here, extended out with my left hand, or left leg rather. And I'm going to be reaching on down towards the ankle, right? So I'm reaching as far as I could, and I'm going to be holding it in that position. So if you can fold on over, even better. Breathe in, breathe out. Very good job. If this is all you can reach out to, then that's fine too. We're just going to be reaching on down to get that stretch. Now other side, bring yourself back to center, right leg extended, left foot planted on the ground, and I'm folding on forward. You might need to scoot up a little bit in the chair in order to be able to reach on over like this. It might end up putting a little bit too much pressure on that hamstring or right around the glutes. But remember, same deal here. If this is all you can get to, that's fine. Here, that's okay too. Or if you can reach all the way down towards the ground by your ankles, right? And slowly back to center. Good job. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. Remember, I'm James, and I can't wait to see you guys again.